And then do you want me to keep time on you for that?
For my work, yep, I'm just
Yeah.
doing
30 minutes.
30-minute slots. Yep.
Got you.
And I think I still should be good.
It'd still be good.
Yeah. All right, friends. Let's talk bees. And then we'll jump in. All right, team. Let us focus and come back to acting and lead the track. Okay. Awesome. So let's chat bees.
My B is that I need my fading memory to desire / have passion for me, or else my life's dedication will mean nothing in the years to come.
Okay. Lovely. Just give me the B. I like the A. I hear the C. What's the physical manifestation of C?
Like to have like a physical interaction.
Oh no, when you said or no, else your life's work, I just want to be clear that you know what that means and like consequences in real time.
Yeah, like a win and loss kind of.
Just like or your life's dedication, right? And I'm just wondering like, what's the timetable on that?
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So you said the consequences of your life dedication.
Like everything that like I've devoted into like trying to make our marriage work and stuff.
Okay. It is okay. Oh yeah. How does that relate to so what happens in this scene if that's true then? Like if he doesn't win, then what happens in the scene to justify it? What happens after the scene to justify your life's work?
Then it's kind of like proving to like myself, not proving to myself, but it's like
it's a moving on?
Yeah, it's like a moving on a little bit, and it's like I want to devote my time to this, and like I feel like if he's not giving anything, like no like kind of physical interaction, like nothing that makes me like feel reassured, then it's gonna be like I don't know the word for it, like I'm not I'm giving up in a way, or like I'm trying to see like a different picture of like what our life is probably gonna look like,
or what your life is gonna look like without him.
Yeah,
that's what I need to know. Yeah, that like it's either now or never. Yeah. Okay, great. Do you see what I'm saying? Like because I believe the sentiment of what your C is, but now it's in your body because if this doesn't happen now, then you gotta figure out life on your own.
Yeah,
and that's why the job as the activity is gonna start. Does that make sense? Yes. Right, because this could be a way out. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, let's set up. Where's Paolo? Did he leave? Yeah. He can come back. Okay, great. Let's set up. Yeah, who can be unplugged? Great. Hey, Paolo, what's your B?
My B is wait, let me remember. It's like to see something. To see for her to see I am not right.
Okay. Okay, great. Or else what?
Or else, I think that's where's that? I lose that. For her to see that I need her to see I'm not who I was, or else I can never do anything again.
Was it not in there?
It is. It's just like multiple things. I'm just trying to like.
Okay. We'll read the multiple things, and I can help you with the container. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So the multiple things is I'm left with nothing. I lose everything that I was aspiring to do, like my job, like my love for her. I will feel like I cannot pursue anything. I'll lose like my pursuit.
Drive for life. Okay, great. So it seems like, or else this is the physical manifestation of like life failure. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what's your layer for that? Reality 1, because that's a real That's a real big leap, right? Like life's failure. What's the comparable to that? As if you will.
My as if is if like I look back on like my life and I've seen things like I was like very afraid to do, but I did end up doing, and it led me to like where I am today. It's like if I was just slightly more timid, or I wasn't like, or I decided like not to
do it.
like I would not be accomplishing like anything I wanted to do.
I love it, but it's in the past, which means it gives us no activation. So you gotta make that a possibility in the future or the present, even better.
I mean, like it's not like something that's like gone away. Like I'm still very scared.
Well, I think it is like right now, all of the things that you've done in your life to get you here, right? The road that you had to take alone, right? And swallow your fear, right? Like, how do we make this now, just what you're doing with your life, comparable to this life's failure?
Like to do right now.
Tell me what things you've overcome.
Shoot, I guess like coming here, like I didn't know anything about college. My parents didn't go to college. I had to like figure that out on my own. I guess like looking at opportunities for stuff to do during this semester.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Paolo, you've been doing this all on your own. And it's hanging on the ability to continue or to go back home is hanging on this.
Okay.
Because you can't do it alone, you gotta do it with her. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's the hook in to the now. And you got some real things to work with. Okay, let's go. Woo.
Maya's in the hallway.
Great. Let's grab Maya. Liam, can you grab Maya for me? Did I say you're gonna enter?
I entered last time. I don't know if like it doesn't really matter if I'm not.
Yeah, let's not enter. You guys are both working.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we'll just enter. We'll just start in behavior.
Okay.
If you're
Yes.
going to guard like you had last time.
Maybe not on the first pass, but let's see. Yes. Oh, sure. Maya, would you like it to be a tactic? Meaning, would you like turning on the music to be a thing for you?
Oh, I doesn't have to.
No, I mean, we can actually have a quote-unquote radio in the space that you can turn on, which
Yeah.
will give you more places to cross. You see what I'm saying? Lovely, okay. Can I get some help right quick? Can we, maybe stack these boxes right here in this corner so we can have like a radio? Just right here, like on top of each other right here. Perfect. It'll be like a on Maya to figure it out, and then somebody else will just press play for you. Thank you guys. Because in my mind, that's how a jukebox radio looks. Here we go. Woo! Take a breath. Remember what happens if you don't get this done. For you, Maya, it's the activity Paolo. If it doesn't happen now, okay, great, let's play. Oh, what did it say? Your station. When you feel like you have a win, when you feel like you've connected, you can start texting.
At what time do you need love? And what time is that?
Changes every morning.
Where do you meet besides this place?
Can't tell you those things.
Why not?
That's the way it is.
That's it.
Does he read to you?
Sometimes. Sometimes I look sad.
Stop. Why you gonna text Maya? No, I just wonder. I mean, I'm really asking the question, it's not a note yet. Why? It does, because it feels, something feels good about the moment to get text? Okay. Good. Okay, then you gotta land it, right? I want us to play against, like, energy or aesthetic of romance. And this music, right? I don't want you to use it to, like, sit into a mood. I want you to use it to, why would you turn it on? One, it's a way to, like, not be silent, right, in this moment. Whatever. What else?
It feels like right when intro was ending.
Well, no, I mean, like, if you're at work, right, and then you go to turn on the music, right? Let's start right here. Both of you guys are working. That was a win, Paulo. Can you get another one?
At what time do you meet your lover?
Repeat.
At what time do you meet your lover?
Do you want to talk about this?
At what time do you meet your
At
lover?
the agreed time.
And what time is that?
It changes like the moon.
Where else do you meet besides this place?
I can't tell you those things.
Why not?
Because that's the way it is.
Does he read to you? Does he read to you? Does he read to you?
Sometimes. When he says that I look sad.
Yes.
Great. Sometimes when he says what?
When he says I look sad.
Can you land that? That sometimes landed. But sometimes did land, right? Way to not give text until it was earned, right? From the pro. So sometimes, and then pivot and use the text. Try to land him. What are you trying to get him to, like, what's the point of landing the last part of that line?
Like to try to make him like tell, like I'm trying to tell him like what his other person.
Okay, well, can the teacher?
Yes.
Okay, great. Let's go. Sometimes pick it up. The lesson.
At what time does he? Sorry.
No, Maya, you pick it up from sometimes.
Sometimes. When he says that I look sad,
You get sad.
it's not sadness. I just feel frightened.
Frightened of what?
Yeah.
Frightened of what?
Frightened of something
11 minutes.
I've never felt or done before.
But isn't this what you wanted? Isn't this what you wanted?
Yes. But I can't help with the guilt.
And how does he respond when some of this?
Why are you asking that, Hello?
I want to know what he's like to her, because I want to see like.
Maybe also, well, how does he respond when lying?
How does he respond when you tell him this?
Okay, great. I hear you. What if you're also asking to figure out if she even tells him this? Do you know what I'm saying? Right? So like, what if it's like recon to see how close, like to see what you're up against?
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay, great, let's pick it up. Also, Maya, remember, you have activity, we've also got music. Whenever you find yourself in a situation where it's something you don't want to share in the moment. Make sense? Okay, let's play.
And how does he respond?
Repeat.
And how does he respond when you tell him this?
Repeat.
And how does he respond when you tell
He
him
says
this?
that we have to make love all over again. That I have to get used to him, to his body.
And what else does he tell you?
He says things a woman likes to hear.
How's it landing on you? How's it landing on you? Yeah, so I wonder why you're still sitting there in her face when she's giving you this stuff, right? So you can be on a need and also have a reaction and pivot.
Okay.
Right? And what do I mean by that? You're like asking and she goes, whatever she says, that's like, it's totally like incredulous. You can and pivot back. Does that make sense? Do not stay in a position that your body is saying, I don't like this. Move, right? Because that's an indicator of blocking.
Okay.
It's on display. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Great. So know that, like, as you're working in the other, yes, there was a time where it's like all consuming. I need this person, right? But do not cut off your things that bother you. Do not cut off real losses. You experience them and then pivot to try to get a new win. Yes.
It's like I felt that impulse to like kind of like separate.
To back away at least.
But I also had I guess it wasn't like the impulse like a notion where it's like if I like pull away now, I feel like it's gonna lead me to losses.
Yeah, but if you don't obey the impulse to pull away, you're lying. So you gotta free all the impulses and trust that your impulse to reconnect is coming.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? Like you gotta trust your pursuit. Does that make sense? And
Yes.
right now I feel a little bit, Paula, that we're sacrificing one for the other. Don't. Okay? Great. Let's play. Pick it up somewhere. Does somebody's on book?
Yes.
Can you give me the line to start?
For Paolo or for mine?
For Paula.
And how does he respond when you tell him?
Great, let's start right. Pick it up from there.
And how does he respond when you tell him this?
That I taste sweet and mysterious, like the water hidden inside fruits, and that our love is white and pure like tobacco plants, and it will grow at night the same way that tobacco flowers grow at night.
And what else does he tell you? And what else does he tell you?
Private things,
Like what?
obscenities.
And you like that?
Repeat.
He knows when and how to say
Like
them.
that?
He knows when and how to say them.
Activity. Paula, activity.
Good one.
Great. Lovely. So listen, you got home base. You got home base, right? So you're giving me this cross here, which is strong and it's okay, but we've already set up that you have a mechanism to move. Does that make sense? You find it, you pick it back up. I think let's do this so both of you guys have this in the section, right? So you have to share the paper but not the cotton. Okay? So, like, oh Lord, don't die. So you have that at your disposal. Does that make sense? So if you're gonna cross away, you can cross away, but then you gotta do something because or else you get caught acting. Right? Because there's nothing you can get from this that's gonna help. Does that make sense? And I know you're active because you're not standing on both feet. You're sitting in your hip, and that's when Paulo is not using all power. Does that make sense? Get out of your head. It is not right. Okay, I mean, you're insane. But, okay, great, here we go, let's play.
And how does he respond when you tell him?
Ask it, like you want the meaning.
And how does he respond when you tell him this?
9 minutes.
And how does he respond?
Try something
That
else.
I taste sweet and mysterious, like the water hidden inside fruits. And that our love will be white and pure like tobacco plants. And it will grow at night the same way that tobacco flowers grow at night.
And what else does he tell you?
Pause. Are these tobacco flowers?
Dried tobacco.
I'm just saying, you have them. She's not grabbing that from anywhere. Right? Right now you're playing it as though I know I'm gonna lay this on you, rather than using what you, it's like, does that make sense? She is teaching him. It's like dry tobacco. Does that make sense? So use what you have at your disposal. If you're gonna have to say it to him, right? Then you gotta land it with everything you have. Say, no, I get the power. Okay, here we go. Pick it up from somewhere else. Give him, hit me with the tobacco line.
That I taste sweet,
Land it.
that I taste sweet,
Is he, or do you have his attention?
that I taste sweet and mysterious, like the water hidden inside fruits, and that our love will be pure and white, like tobacco flowers, and it will grow at night the same way that tobacco plants grow at night.
What else does he tell you?
Private things,
Like what?
obscenities.
And you like that? And you like
He
that?
knows when and how to say them.
And when does he tell you these things? And when does he tell you these things?
When we're both deep inside each other, as if we can almost surrender to death. When he pounds so hard inside of me as if to kill me, as if to revive me from that drowning place, from that deep place.
Hey, Paolo, you can turn on the radio too if you need to. You can turn on the radio too. Oh, great, lovely. So you can't turn on the music, but you have that. Does that make sense? You have that right now. I want to get you out of the active land where you feel like
Now you can turn the
where things feel precious, rather than have the movement. I mean, have the impulse to move and do it.
It's like I'm trying to find things to do, but it's like I don't know. Like, I think that's beautiful, but it's like.
Well, you do always have to go back to your job. Does that not feel useful?
It's like I have the impulse to like get away from this, but then
Okay.
I feel like the thing I don't want to do is like walk out. And, like I feel like I'm just like I'm stopping myself because like my drive is also there. Like that's why I'm not leaving. But then I'm just kind of caught around, just kind of like I have to like take this.
Do you want something? Because if you went back to the activity, then Maya would have to be the driver. Oh, okay, great. So right now, it's still feeling a little bit like punishment rather than teaching. Because he's forcing you to do, well, no, just clear, right? So this idea about the tobacco. And do you get it? Would you do it? Does that make sense? Yeah, so I don't wanna give you I don't wanna give you a tone or even a pace, I just need you to look in his eyes as you're talking and make sure he's getting it. Does that make sense? And when he starts to run from not getting it, you gotta double down. Because you didn't bring it up, he did. Does that make sense? So once you unleash, I think there's no more guilt, right? Because you don't wanna talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's pick it up from right before your last line, Maya.
Like the,
Before the counting line?
okay.
Just for my soul. Okay, here we go. Oh, I like this new placement. That's something new. Keep going.
Obscenities.
Oh, ask the question, Paolo.
And what else does he tell you? And what else does he tell you?
Private things.
Like what?
7 minutes.
And you like that?
He knows when and how to say them.
Do you know when and how to say them?
And when does he tell you these things?
When we're both deep inside each other, that we could almost surrender to death. When he pounds so hard inside of me, as if to kill me, as if to revive me from that drowning place, from that deep place only he knows where to take me.
Repeat.
From that deep place only he knows where to take me, only he knows. Only he knows.
I see.
Why so curious, Paloma?
Repeat.
Why so curious, Paloma?
Because I don't know.
It happens when lovers do what they are supposed to do.
You ever talk to him about me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. He wanted to know why you stopped loving me.
And what did you tell him?
I told him that it just happened one day like everything else in life.
And how did you respond?
He wanted to know what I felt. And I told him the truth. What I love and desire you just the same.
Was fine with that?
He wanted me to show him how I love you, to show him on his body.
And what do you do?
It was terrifying.
What was terrifying?
5
I
minutes.
thought it would be impossible. That nobody could occupy that space in me. And everything seemed so recognizable as if he had known me all along, but he did that. He did that. And it was as I was making love to myself, because he knew what to do, where to go,
Teach him.
and where to take me.
Show me.
Show me what?
Show me what he did to you and how he did it.
You would have as actors do.
What is that?
Actors surrender. They stop playing themselves and they give in.
Teach me that.
Here in the factory,
Yes.
Yeah, pause. Okay, great. So, yes, y'all relax. Oh my God. Y'all need to watch some Netflix. Yeah, out of here, okay? So, how did this movie feel?
I feel like this, it felt a little clunky, but I feel like it was a better.
I didn't feel like it felt clunky at all. I felt like it felt connected.
It was way better than Dino.
Yeah, so listen, what you think is clunky is actually you following impulse. So you gotta stop judging the thing before you do it, thinking it's gonna be a thing. Hey, Eric.
Hi.
Yeah, if you're gonna hold him to something, hold him to this inner critic voice that he is listening to before he takes a step. Because it is killing what your work is doing. Does that make sense? I don't care how this sounds. You are Paloma, like I don't, like there's no difference, does that make sense? And I need you to stop thinking you have to be a certain thing. I just need you to be hollow, connected to mine, right? And trust that these things are the same, because they do. Does that make sense? But the more you try to put it in a basket, to carry it, right, to make it really, the more disconnected you get from your really good impulses. Does that make sense? Does any of this feel like how you feel when you're in improv, and that very much improv? That move did. That energy is the energy that is present and that I need to respect. And that is unfiltered power. Right? And so I think that the something that you and or what you visualize as compared to what it feels like is possible to lean into some sort of energy that stops you from being impulsive. And he cares, but it hurts. Right? I also want to say you have access to all of these materials if you must stay. Right? Which I think, Amaya, you're doing a good job of letting like the ringing of that tobacco flower like sustain and support. You can go away, you can move, you can take it out on the thing, right? And that's a great choice if you don't want to, like because you're deciding to suffer through it. Does that make sense? For the benefit of what you need, the one of the other things, you can also, great turnout here. This is an amazing place to turn out, right? And if you turn out on the diagonal, it's even better. Does that make sense? So like all of these moves, collect. Does that make sense?
I think I just need to like, I think hoping to figure out like where good living space is at, like,
Yeah, also, I want you to like run and do something crazy physical after you put on your lights and your shoes. Because I think that it is like making me stuck when I don't want that.
I think last time felt better for me, like.
Yeah, okay, great, let's do that then. Let's do that. Yes. You just make it a little brighter. That's not no.
Can I start making this?
Oh, yeah, I actually wrote for those on the last page that I had on, it's my agenda. You guys need to strike this table.
Actually, knock it all down.
Okay, okay, just move it whenever you need it.
And rice. Does anyone want to talk to you?
Thank you so much.
Are they stale at least? Or are they?
No,
No.
that was good.
Those are new ones? That's crazy.
Okay, no, I have to.
Salty crackers and McDonald's or something.
Well, that way it's more activating for you to clean up,
True.
because it's like a waste of like.
Do not let that dog down.
Hello, Dubai.
That dog cannot go down.
In your original thing, that was.
Okay, how Maya, you go.
Hello.
Yeah. You go sitting this part of the stage. It's just better.
Hey.
Make it rain.
Oh, here we go. Paulo, why so serious? That for me is the green light of like, that is really, really good. And I feel like that's a shift from, right, like, if the beginning of that, letting him in on like your dirty, like, confession, do you know what I'm saying? The honesty of it, because you actually are saying, what you're saying is, I love you, actually, and it's so crazy. But you go around about it by like talking about what you really have with this guy, right? But really what you're saying is, really the only thing you have with him is pretending that he is Paulo.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So the why so curious for me is is like possibly the first indicator for you as a character of like, maybe this is different. Like maybe what you're receiving in this questioning is for a different purpose than it usually or that it has been. Does that make sense? Yeah, because that felt to me because it felt like it wasn't earned because you said the because and then you have to work yourself up to whatever happens after the because.
Yeah, it's like the thing that I struggle with, or like I was, I'm
Oh, you're bad.
like,
Oh, I'm bad.
it's like text says.
I'm such
Okay.
He wants you.
Well, that's right, but I wonder if you sat on the because until that actually happened in your body, you would have felt what the which I feel like is overcome with so many things to say and not being able to find the right thing to say rather than actually be able to see. Right? And so that's another thing.
Who wants to
I
be on
I like plan to circle with of like what the text should be is keeping you from actually finding the life in the text.
Oh, the week, there's other.
You see what I'm saying? Okay, great. Because hey friends, there's no such thing as playing ellipses. And I know ellipses, like the ... you can't play that, right? Luke, this question?
No, I was just gonna say something.
Oh, please go.
Is that a lot of the plays in the time period that we're looking at was before people invented slashes, so ellipses are often just put in there like unnecessarily by editors after the fact.
Yeah, like a redirect, possibly, right? Or an example that something has happened in between the lines. Make sense? Yeah, so it's never a pause. Okay? What's the period? Why'd you stop looking your, I don't know what that is. Why'd you stop looking your, why'd you stop loving? Did you say that?
He wants to know what he's
That is a lot to give, and that's a lot to, right? And so there's also something now, friends, that you guys are trying to read this language, which is like, have you heard that? Right? So right now, I think the nuance is like black and white, right? But that is a very loaded thing to say, and it took me even time to experience it to figure out if it was a win or loss. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So now I feel like in the next path, we can listen more and be moved more by what's happening. Okay, I do like some of the action that we found. Yes. Oh, he's fine. Yeah, like don't die. And I do think that music happens in the beginning, right? Because I don't want it to be easy for them to find an entry. Okay, so let's see next time we work with that. You're welcome. Okay, friends, let's play, shall we?
Yes.
Okay, so when last we met, it took us a while to sort of get into like both of your bodies in communication with each other. Okay, so let's just always remember to drop our breath in deep as we serve any tactic / text. Does that make sense? Yeah, and also that there's no, oh my God, okay, great. No, I was like, I do it. There's no such thing as Blanche and Stella, it's you and you. In relationship, yes, you're still getting the place to play, but I'm saying, you're talking to Yael. Does that make sense? And vice versa, yeah? Make sure, Yael, if you're giving any action, friends, I give you two, Calvin.
Sorry.
Okay. I'm about to put you and Santi in the same club on my list. Okay. Okay, listen. Oh God, swirl.
Every action Yael does.
Okay, great.
Heard something about that.
Oh, so I'll give you a negative reaction. I'll give you 2 beats of a negative reaction before you have to pivot.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't want you to get caught on the negative reaction train where only thing you're playing is stay away from me. Exactly. At some point in time, you gotta switch.
My game.
Okay, great. Oh, lovely. Okay, great. So let's talk bees really quickly, and we'll start. What you got? Y'all, I just want to say, like, Active Binders look so prepared.
Wait, look, and I'm ready.
And you are right. Here we go.
To tell me it is okay to choose what excites me, or else I will never be at peace with myself and disrupt everything I have built.
Okay. Tell me, one more time.
To tell me it is okay to choose what excites me, even if she doesn't agree with it.
Okay, yes, and I just wanna offer that there's no other alternative for you to keep family in your life.
Like her as my family?
Just in general, because you're building this family, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, great, tell me what you changed your A to.
So I just went in with my crafting and in describing, because I did the crafting compass,
Mhm.
and in describing like who Rachel is to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she's my older sister, but I came up with this like idea of like she like being specific, like she's the only one that like held my hair when I cried.
Yeah.
And she's like my home, and she's the only one to witness my vulnerability, like when we lost our dad and stuff.
Yeah.
And just having this like connection of like, she is the one person that was there with me through
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah.
And although like we've lived together, we thought we're sisters, like she is that one person and no one can replace that.
I love it. So she is your home and
Yeah.
you need her more than ever now to become that again,
Yes.
right? So I think what's interesting about your crafting is right now, the way she's acting is not the norm.
No.
And I think before you were playing it as though she was always the sister on your back.
Right.
Right? So I think you just being in the awareness that this is abnormal for her to be so negative and to not, does that make sense? And to not fully accept you.
Like, yes, but I feel like it's complicated because I feel like it's a balance of it, because like, not to like talk about the play, but throughout the play, she's constantly criticizing everything I do, and this
Yeah.
idea of like, you gave up fancy belt,
Yeah.
like it's shitty
But
apartment.
right now.
Yeah,
But prior to the play, she hasn't been that.
yes,
And I think that's the only thing that I want to make sure
right, that is
present.
right.
Yes, and that's why it's the extraordinary time in your life.
Right.
Does that make sense? Lovely. And if you lean into that, that's just gonna help color Rachel in a different light.
Right.
Okay? Right. Meaning it's not impossible for her to get it. She's gotten it before. Just right now, she's like, does that make sense? And she has every reason why. That's none of your business, right? Right now, she's just being not your sister.
Yeah, well, obviously she's going through something that I don't know.
Of course. Okay, great. That's fun.
I'm on activity. After you speak to her, do you want me to just come in and start?
No, yes, please. Cause I just wanna, can you, grab Rachel, I just wanna run her needs by her.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Jasper, why did they take our car?
I don't know.
Who took it?
I've got actually a list of people,
Okay.
so I will investigate that.
Thank you. I came in this morning like, so time is illegal? Okay, great. Rachel, remind me of your B.
To pull the knife out.
Okay, to pull the knife out. Okay, and you've got a lovely timetable.
Yes.
Yeah, about this departure or possible plan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I love that. My only note is to remind you that all impulses are fair game.
Okay.
When you feel like you're swallowing it, right? Yell, do anything to get the energy out of your body.
Okay.
Right? That's just a helpful like reminder, just in case you feel, I don't know what to say to do. Just
Get it out.
exactly. Great. We're gonna start in behavior.
What exactly, can you just review like?
Yeah, behavior is just where you non-verbally try to connect with your partner.
Okay.
That's it.
Non-verbally.
Mm-hmm. No miming, please. No miming. Okay, great. I hate a church mime. I'll tell you that story another time.
Okay.
Okay? So it's what will humans do, right? In behavior to try to connect to someone.
No.
Yep,
And
no
then,
worries.
are we starting text when you say?
You
or-
are. Who's that first line you?
No.
No, what did she say? So,
What's the matter?
lovely. Let's play.
I'm entering.
Yep. Okay. Can I remind you? Let's see. Yes, please.
What is the matter with you, Blanche?
Ask it,
What is the matter with you, Blanche?
ask it.
What is the matter with you, Blanche?
He's left.
Stan, yes.
Will he be back? 13 minutes.
Repeat.
Will he be back?
He's gone to get the car keys. Why?
Why?
Repeat.
Why? I've been half crazy, Stella. When I found out you'd been insane enough to come back in here after what happened, I started to rush in after you.
I'm glad you didn't.
What were you thinking of? Answer me. What? What?
Is she taking you in, Rachel?
What were you thinking of? Answer me. What?
Nope, not taking you in.
What were you thinking of? What were you thinking of?
Repeat.
What were you thinking of? Answer me. What? What?
Talk to Yael, please. Get Yael to respond to you.
What were you thinking of? Answer me. What?
Repeat.
Answer me. What?
Keep working.
Answer me. What?
Nope, not working.
What were you thinking of? Answer me.
Something else. Something else, Rachel, don't think, dude.
What were you thinking of? Answer me.
Something
Please
else.
sit down and stop yelling.
All right, Stella.
It's for her.
I will repeat the question quietly.
Go back. Hey. So, yes, and for this moment, anytime you don't get a response, Rachel, you got to feel that and you're like, feel the silence and then hear me say do something different. Okay? Yes. Because I want you to get out of, I just want you gotta continue to work your tactic muscle every time you feel like something is not working, right? And if Yael gives you silence, that means it's not. Make sense? Yeah. So you don't have to take time to process what she's giving you when she's not giving you anything. Does it make sense? Okay, great. So this chair moment, it serves only if it's for Yael. Do me a favor and pull that seat out and sit down for Yael. Great, start again. This whole performance of this chair is for Yael. She said, stop yelling, sit down, stop yelling, give it to her. Is she watching your show? Not for her yet.
Alright, Stella. I will repeat the question quietly.
11 minutes.
I will repeat the question. How could you come back in this place last night? Why, you must have slept with him.
Great, pause. What are all the ways that you can whisper to try to get a win? Yeah. Let me give you some winning behavior with chairography. She said, sit down, go, All right, Stella. Or any other thing that's going to get her to, does that make sense?
I thought of like that exact same thing, but then I was like, that's passive aggressive, that's not.
Paolo, what am I gonna give Rachel right now? Does that make sense? Because listen to both of you guys, if the impulse is wrong, they're gonna tell you. But you gotta make the mistake, friends, to find the next right tactic. Ooh, I hope you're picking that up, live. You gotta make the mistake tactic to get to the next right tactic. And so that's why the voice in your head is not helpful, because it keeps you stagnant when you actually have to play the wrong tactic maybe to get to the better one and to get to the better one.
I think I'm confused because last time I felt like I was following my impulse, but then it came off too yelly and it wasn't working.
Who said it came out together?
Maybe that's how I interpreted it.
I don't know why. I don't know why. The note I gave Yael was playing in the loss and sometimes playing to fight rather than to win it. I didn't give that note to you.
Well, because I thought like, because I wasn't connecting and I wasn't registering losses.
Oh, no. So this is good. When you drop your voice and actually responded with all the hurt that the losses had like piled up on you, that actually penetrated through Yael's wall, right? And I don't care about the like the yelling. The high pitch in your voice is not connected to yelling. It's connecting to sort of being in a heavy response where your voice is not connected to your whole body. So I get another octave of your voice that is never going to land on her, or very rarely going to land on her. So you got to hear me, Rachel. The yelling, you're talking to me. I yell when I teach, right? So like yelling is not my note. It is dropping your voice and making sure everything is coming from a connected place. You yell? Okay, great. I would never tell you don't yell. I would never tell you don't whisper, because I don't know what you're gonna need to change her. I just want it connected. And when you yell and your voice is not connected, it's sort of hitting a pitch that becomes like a soundtrack rather than darts.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay, great. So stop denying what the first thing that comes to your head to try to have a right impulse. And let me say this. You know how I gave you the note last time? You can't honor the note when you're working. You have to set your mind to honoring the note. But then when you get out here, you gotta play, you gotta throw it at the canvas.
Okay.
And let me side coach you through it. Okay. Right? Because most of the time when I'm giving you a note, it's so that me and you are on the same page. If I have to side coach you through it, right, I'm gonna have to say much less the second time you work. So it's never not to get a note from me, right? I just wanna put it in your awareness and then I can help shape. Okay, hey, Gail, because we're stopped. So listen, this opening beat that I gave you with the Y, it was like a 70% land, right? And 30% into like reactionary.
Yeah.
Okay? So you've got to, if you're going to say it, you've got to land it. What are the qualities for you, the behavior of landing?
I don't think it was that line, I think it was the first line.
Oh, for sure. But tell me the qualities. Right. What are the qualities of landing for you? What does it look like to land?
My voice drop.
Okay, your voice dropping, what else?
Good breathing.
Good breathing, what else?
Yeah.
Eye contact. What else? For me, I know that you're landing when you actually wait for the response. When you give the line and you're so connected that you are waiting for the other person to see how they're picking it up to decide whether or not you need to move forward and how. Right? But when you throw the line, that's not landing. That's not playing the tactic all the way through. Friends who might be auditioning tonight, playing the tactic all the way through is you gotta see how it's registering before you take the next tactic. Lovely, great. So let's start again. Also, Yael, you brushing these tables is making me throw up in my mouth. Okay? So I need us to honor true cleaning up.
Yes.
Okay, great. Because
Sorry, it was impulsive.
ooh, it wasn't impulsive.
Sorry.
It wasn't impulsive, but I think I need more elements of like your kitchen table.
Okay.
Right? And so I think, friends, that we probably want to, like, have more kitchen table and things.
I'm so sorry about that.
No, I know you're not registering,
No.
but for me, what it's saying is we haven't personalized the space enough.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
This is our like, it's like the dining room poker, like really big poker. So I don't
Yes.
know if they would.
Well, maybe we're gonna put this back. Maybe we're gonna actually restore it to like a livable place. And I wonder, I wonder if we can get some chips and like cards.
I have cards.
Okay, great. And like liquor bottles and like, does that make sense? That we have liquor bottles over there.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Let's play again. Let's pick it up from somewhere good. Let's pick it up with the chair. Great.
My line?
Actually, let's start in behavior, chairography, and when you feel like you've connected,
Okay.
I'll give you, then you start the line.
Okay.
So she just told you to sit down, whatever.
All right, Stella.
Repeat,
All right, Stella.
repeat.
All right, Stella. I will repeat the question quietly now. How did you come back in this place last night? Why, you must have slept with him.
Repeat.
Why, you must have slept with him.
Blanche, I'd forgotten how excitable you are.
Mm-hmm.
Mine,
You're making too much.
you're making too much of a fuss about this.
Am I?
Yes, you are, Blanche. I know how it must have seemed to you, and I'm awful sorry it had to happen that way, but not everything is as bad as it seems.
Great. So you see how that tactic is punishment? Can you teach her versus punish her?
Yeah.
Right? Because she, remember what she used to be? So can we find more reason?
Yes.
Great, pick it up.
From my
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you are, Blanche.
You don't understand why.
I know how it must have seemed to you, and I'm awful sorry
Is it
it had
working?
to happen.
Is it working?
But not everything was as awful as it seemed. In the first place, when men are drinking and playing poker, anything can happen.
Repeat.
It's always a powder keg. Anything can happen.
And that makes it all right?
No, it isn't all right for anyone to make such a terrible row, but people do sometimes.
Repeat.
It isn't all right for anybody to make such a terrible row, but people do sometimes. Stanley's always smashed things. Why on our wedding night? As soon as we came in here, he grabbed off my
Where's
sister.
well, okay, tell me what why on our wedding night? Where does it come from?
Like, it's like a notable example of like this has been
Okay, great. Then where does it come from then?
like within myself.
Or why do you even keep going with why on our wedding night?
Just to show that this is just like normal behavior from
Okay, great, but I'm saying in this moment, what is it, why do you continue to speak? You could be sweeping.
Yeah.
Why do you continue to speak?
because I haven't gotten to her yet.
Would you then let that why be a next tactic?
Yes.
Does that make sense? Yeah, so this is now you bending the textile in a way that you didn't have the opportunity to bend in the last scene.
Yeah, we didn't.
Right? Yeah. Well, that just wasn't where you were coming from. So, like, you've got to reason with her before you cancel her out.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And so when she doesn't get it, to still you, why? Let me tell you about this story, right? And then what other things can you do in the space while you're telling her that story?
Yeah.
And while it's lame. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because then, like, you can use the activity to continue sort of, and I think I want you gotta soften her, right? And it's hard to do in your heart.
Yeah. True.
Does that make sense? Well, okay, you about to, why? On our wedding night. That fool. He just ruined the thing. Because everything is okay, Blanche. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, great. That's, I think, the energy that I want you to find. And I think it's the energy that you told me your cracking is.
Yeah.
I just want to remind you of, like,
Yeah.
what the difference is between, like, old past and new past.
Okay.
Let's play.
Okay.
Prove it to her. Convince her to get off your back. Because you got this handled.
9 minutes.
Great.
No, it isn't all right for anybody to make such a terrible row, but people do sometimes. Why, on our wedding night,
Keep going.
grabbed off the heel of my slipper and rushed about the place smashing everything with it.
He did what?
He rushed about the place smashing everything with my slipper.
And you let him. You didn't run, you didn't scream.
I was sort of excited by it. Eunice and you had breakfast?
Do you suppose I wanted any breakfast?
There's some coffee left on the stove.
You're so matter of fact about it, Stella.
What other of it can I be? Line?
He's taking the radio to get it fixed.
He's taking the radio to get it fixed. It didn't smash on the pavement, so only one tube was smashed.
Hey, okay, wait, just because my lovely clock went off, but listen, the last standoff, friends, for me, is what this thing is. The last standoff, the energy you had was forward, like, why can't you see this is crazy? And Yael, your energy was like, this is my life.
Yeah.
Right? This, friends, is the engagement, this is the energy flow, this is the river of the subtext that all of your text is actually flowing on. Does that make sense? Yeah? I think sometimes, Rachel, your lines go up on the ends that makes it sound like a line rather than, yes, I gotta move.
Oh, no, I just have a crazy note for
Oh,
Rachel
please get it.
that I think connects
Yeah,
all
please, please.
I think it's an overarching ism of being polite, because you're so polite in reality one, and it serves you amazingly well, but I think it gets in your way in reality two, because I think it keeps you in the higher register, and I noticed like 3 times, you would almost land the tactic, and then you would put your hands behind your back like this.
And also that line would go up at the end, right? Like vocally, going up at the end. That's wonderful class for work, but I wonder if it's landing in this work. I love this idea of being polite because I don't want you to be burdened right now by the time period, and I don't think you have to worry about honoring like womanhood in that time because I think it's just in you. I think the hills do whatever you need for that, right? So I'm interested in this polite note. I'm also interested in you shedding any other notions around what your character should be like.
Okay.
Yeah, and to Jasper's note, I don't know which one needs to be shed.
Okay.
So let's track his note as well as making sure you're not connected to an idea, right? Or more than that, what's inappropriate for her. That I think.
I think I probably am because it's like she comes from such an aristocratic family.
Uh-huh.
It is about the juxtaposition of her world with this world.
Uh-huh.
So I think I feel like she kind of needs to embody and represent that other world.
No,
But
that's you. That's you. And if you really want to put that to test, is how you deal with things in the environment. Right? For instance, if this is the case, right? I'm just not gonna willy-nilly be sitting on anything in here. Everything I do, I'm gonna. So, just honey, and the trash, I'm not gonna be dealing with this trash. I'm not even gonna be helping her with this trash. This is beneath me and it's beneath you, honey. Does that make sense? So I love this idea, friends, that Rachel is talking about. Her POV character on the world is correct, but how you embody it is not about like what you do to represent it. It's more about your POV on the actual environment and how you embody that POV. And that POV embodiment has to be with your relationship with the space.
Right, yeah, she would like not do that, like, it probably doesn't make sense.
Well, maybe not in that way. Yeah. But does that make sense? That's more honoring that part of her character than thinking about what she wouldn't do. Because honey, if I know something about aristocrats, honey, they are down in dirt. Listen, don't let that aristocratic nature fool you, honey, the kings and queens, they lose their mind. And the southern aristocrats, honey, please, honey, we'll get into that another time about how they're down on the earth they are to each other. Yeah, so, yeah, anything that is making you feel like you're putting something more, take it out. We don't need it. Does that make sense? Yeah. Also, make sure you track this idea of yelling and that I have just make sure that and you're doing whatever you need to do to disconnect to the idea that I have an ideal, like, version of what you should sound like in the space. Because I really don't. Okay? Anything that connects. So, yeah, I think, what happened with Slipper? Oh, yeah. So listen, it's gotta be you. It can't be my idea of you.
Yeah, I know.
Does that make sense? So what world does him throwing a slipper excite you? I believe it's there because of what your C is, right? Well, actually, the last part of your B of what you need her to do, right? I think so you gotta personalize the adventure. You gotta personalize the brutality in a way that it can be truly representative of what you told me you need her to accept.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You feel alive.
Yeah.
And so I think it's about whenever she was accepting of you, you were dead inside. And you don't know what this thing is, and you don't know if it's healthy or not, but right now, I'm alive, and that's what I'm here for. He makes me feel alive, he makes me feel needed, he makes me feel wanted. Does that make sense?
I feel like I have to go into like myself and like thinking about like my own like,
Yes, please.
you know.
Because the way that slipper line came out, it felt like it was, yeah. So now you gotta find, which is great, because now that's also probably why it's harder to land on her, is because you don't know yet what you're trying to protect, right? Especially once we get more into the scene.
Right.
So now you gotta do that work,
Okay.
right?
I'm gonna-
Because then your impulses are gonna lead you in the right direction of like how you butter the current situation for yourself so that Yael believes it, right? Okay, great. And then we'll, oh my God, yes! Oh my God, did you buy this?
Well, I own it.
You own this?
Yeah.
Who gave you this?
What?
When?
Like last year?
Online?
No, I went to the record store.
They had it at the record store.
Yes, they have it at the record store.
Here?
Yes, yeah.
Is Johnny,
You're probably gonna go on time.
Okay, great, here we go.
Just let them
Okay, where am I now?
know. Right now, you're like 15 minutes to the end of class, but we were doing 25-minute time slots.
Okay, great, here we go. Yeah, we'll get to your B.
Okay, cool. Okay. For my B, I need her to acknowledge that I'm growing into a better man.
Mm-hmm.
You want my C?
Better man.
Or I also have acknowledged I'm growing into the person she needs.
That's better for me. Okay, great. And you have some real world consequences about right now.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Lovely. That works for me. And you've got a time crunch with house, money.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let me talk to Naira quickly.
Cool. Where's Paul? Can you pop the lights up a little bit?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay, crafting.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you, Jasper. It's a little dark in this corner down here. I think the one that you're pumping up the lights in. Yep.
Okay.
Can you pump it up a little bit more?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's like this.
Oh,
It's like this spot.
I don't know if anything's lighting that spot. I think that's a dead spot for us right now. Hey, Naira, how are you? You look great. What's your B?
My B is to prove to me I belong. Oh, sorry. Yeah, to prove to me I belong in it.
In
It's like it's sanctuary.
that there's a space for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay, and him icing you out, him not coming home, these are all indicators that it feels a little to me, like your B right now feels a little to me like, fool for love, this idea of like the fear that I'm gonna be erased.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, great, okay, great. So that's what brings you into the space.
Yeah.
Okay,
And also, like, I just feel like not even just the fear of being erased, but also just like the fear of like losing him as well.
Yeah, okay, great. Lovely, let's play.
Okay.
Let's start with behavior. Okay, great.
Well, no.
Yep. Make sure those posters are presentable. Great, let's go back. Naira, what if you see what this light is?
Yeah.
What if you entered in the space and presented yourself in the space as a tactic, right, in behavior?
Okay.
Right? Because right now, you're already, like, you're moving forward as though he's erased you, but you didn't take time to breathe in whatever he's giving you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Also, friends, when you're entering in a space, and we know that is established in the scene, you can do anything at that door, and with the door, relationship with the door, to make an entrance. Because the playwright gave you an entrance.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And I don't mean a song and dance. I mean doing something for the other person. Does that make sense? You have license to do that, especially when we're starting in a scripted entrance. Okay, great. Let's play again. Hey Johnny, stay specific to. I'm just looking at how crooked that line is already, and I'm going. You need to try to stay as specific as you can to getting that design right. Okay? That's gonna settle your energy as well.
Okay.
Right?
Gotcha.
Because you gotta get a lot of them done, but they can't look crazy. All right. You didn't come home, so did you need to not come home? Not working. Try to get a win with some distance.
$13.
You just need to say words. You can sound, you can, I'll look the same.
What you want?
I want to see you. Didn't come home last night.
Repeat.
I wanted to see you. I wanted to see you. You didn't come home last night.
What am I gonna come home for? Being as if making all these stupid accusations.
I ain't made no accusation. I just said that I knew about you and Peaches. I ain't made no accusations. I just said that I knew about you and Peaches. I know about you and Peaches. I know about you and Peaches, so I ain't made no stupid accusations. I just said that I knew about you and Peaches.
Somebody tell you they see your sister in my car and you jump to conclusions.
Repeat.
Somebody say that they see your sister in my car and you jump to conclusions. You don't know what I'm doing.
Repeat.
You don't know what I'm doing.
You're right.
You-
I don't know what you're doing. That's what I'm saying. It ain't like you ain't got no track record. If I remember correctly, you was the one leading the parade. You was the one leading the parade. It ain't like you ain't got no track record. If I remember correctly, you was the one who was leading the parade. You were leading the parade, if I remember correctly.
You wanna know what I was doing? You wanna know what I was hiding from you? I'll tell you.
11 minutes.
Pause. Why you go into I tell you?
Why am I going out?
Yeah. Why you go into I tell you? You said you want to know what I was doing, and then you went to I'll tell you, but I don't know what I'll tell you meant. I don't know what inspired you to move on to I'll tell you. Did you receive the loss?
No.
Because you were losing, but you didn't receive it to then continue the connection on I'll tell you. Does that make sense? This is this idea of pivoting, friends, right? The pivot, meaning I'll give you the negative reactionary line. Okay, you want to know what I was doing? That's the negative reaction line. The next is the pivot. I'll tell you, right? So that first line is coming out of whatever frustration I may be feeling with not being seen, but then I got a hook. Right? Or else it becomes a double negative, which you then lose her. Does that make sense? You have a ponytail holder? Can you take the scarf off but give yourself a high ponytail? What's that? Oh, I got it. Just because I think your hair is like character number 3,
Yeah.
and it's stopping you from being able to. Oh yeah. Is it coming out? I want to fix the knot. No, stop it! Oh, I love your nails. Okay, thank you. Yeah, give yourself just so that you excuse me, sir. Thank you. Okay. So does that make sense? Yeah. Let's pick it up. Somewhere good. Okay, let's do it.
Sorry, are we starting?
What do you give him before you want to know what I was doing? You right, I don't know what you was doing. You was leading the parade.
Excuse me.
Yeah, let's get it to him.
If I remember correctly, you was the one leading the parade. You was leading the parade. It ain't like you ain't got no track record. If I remember correctly, you was the one leading the parade.
You wanna know what I was doing? You wanna know what I was doing?
No,
You wanna know what I was doing? Do you want to know what I was doing? Do you wanna know what I was doing?
Fix her.
Do you wanna know what I was doing? Do you want to know what I was doing? Do you want to know what I was doing? I'll tell you. While you accuse me of running the streets, I've been hustling, working day and night. Been working day and night. I've been working day and night. While you accuse me of running the streets, and all I'm trying to do is save enough money so I can buy a house so you and Jesse have someplace decent to live. So you and Jesse have someplace decent to live. That's all I was trying to do. That's why I asked Peaches if she would go with me to look at houses. That's why I asked teachers. That's why I asked her if she would go and look at houses. Because I wanted to surprise you. I wanted to surprise you. Okay? I wanted to surprise you. I wanted to pull a truck up in front of the house and say, come on, baby, we move it. I wanted to pull a truck up. I wanted to pull a truck up in front of the house and say, come on, baby, we're moving.
A house? You want a house without me?
9 minutes.
A house, Darnell? You? A house, Darnell? You want a house without me?
You always say you don't want to live your whole life in the project.
You will surprise me with a house? Don't do that. A TV, maybe a stereo, or a refrigerator, a couch, okay, but don't surprise me with a house that I didn't get the chance to pick out. That's what you've been doing? That's the debt that you have to pay?
No matter what I do, it's always going to come out wrong.
Great pause. You feel that, Johnny?
Yes.
It sucks, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it feels like when you're playing to win and it doesn't work. Do you see what I'm saying? That tweak on the A that's where the scene lives. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So, Naira, I'm gonna tell you the house, the processing, the cross out of like, wait a minute, lovely, cross out to come back in. You too have to remember your B, which is you can only punish him for so long before you alienate him. And you gotta watch for the alienation. You gotta read Johnny, and you have to have some I think that you've got to assign some behavior in him that gives you a line that you can't cross. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? Or a line that you don't want to cross, right? Because right now where we ended, yes, I feel like I want softer weapons, not all the way through that, right? Like some of those weapons I'm gonna take, right? And then some of them you have to nuance as we talk so that you watch him and change as he walks or as he does. A house, Darnell. Does that make sense? Right. And this friend is sort of like bending text in the middle of a line. Does that make sense? Which is what the task is. And if you're constantly reading, you can constantly do that in the middle of a monologue, right? Here's a note. No monologue should ever be on the same note. Does that make sense? Like that's just like a general sort of like director outside note. But you as the actor, once you are playing, sitting in a tactic, I want you to start to feel the need to shift out of it if you feel yourself droning in on something. Does that make sense? Yeah. So this is nice blocking, but not, how do I want to say this? I want to honor the impulses that you found here in a way that makes you more visible. Yeah, so a note for you, Naira, is don't undercut the strength that you have in distance. Does that make sense? Like your impulse right now is to get very, very close, but you haven't exhausted the diameter, right, and what that can do, right? Even you coming in, once you stood and walked in, he's feeling like the hair is standing up on the back of his neck. You gotta track that, the nuance of your own wins. Does that make sense? Because I think you have more power than you're giving yourself. Does that make sense? And right now, just communicate that as distance, okay? More distance so that when he forces you, you can move it across it. Does that make sense? I wonder if we cross, instead of the going down on your knees, I just wonder if you cross out of there sooner, meaning if you go here and then Johnny come and play the shoulder with the more of on the diagonal, meaning like and I'll come all the way up to play the shoulder. Yeah, right? Like, go on the other side of him, which is a better sweet spot.
Right.
Does that make sense? Okay, great, let me do you. It's like this. Being here and or being here to play my line to her. Does that make sense? So you guys can have that same, like, picture that you had here, because then at some point if she turns, then we have the same thing that we had there. Does that make sense? So for blocking wise, let's take out the pull of the table.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll next time you guys work, we wanna find an alternative spot for that moment. Does that make sense? That was on the floor? Yeah, we wanna find an alternative space, right? And you still can take that cross out to think, which you did a really good job of like moving through your line to honor her cross out. Right? Because you were landing it, she was getting it, but then when she crossed out, you had to switch notes to honor the fact that she moved out of there, right? So we want to keep that cross because I think that looks good. Okay? Great. We will meet again. Friends, after we nail down this blocking, you are going to be able to work with one of the TAs to help you continue that blocking so that when you get back to me and we're just rehearsing, you're further along than where I left you. Does that make sense? Okay, friends, I think that's all I have. Can we break down the space? Or come on, return the space, you know Jesus. And I think I don't have any information for tomorrow, except be here or be square. Or be there or be square. All right. You're welcome. Yes.
I need to wear something.
Okay. Okay, what do you think?
I was
What
I regraphed.
Okay, great.
I regraphed it. It's like I'm getting like more activity. It's like myself feel like I'm secure.
If anybody wants to
secure, it's not so it's like my dad
But that's to be really upset. Thank you guys. Okay. Okay, great. I just want to make sure that you're not putting yourself in a deficit of like having to feel bad. Okay, great. So what would you need? You would need like around like 9 years old.
I'm coming from
Okay.
outside, like I'm coming from my day.
Okay, so you need to change.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
That's okay.
That's great. Yeah, and we'll play around. Yeah, great. Yes. Yes, please. Stand on your feet.
I'm disregarding like, both of like, I'm disregarding.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
The keywords like, we stopped loving each other.
Mhm.
Should I like also look at that?
Yes, because I think that it would be nice to go through her lines and circle your buttons, because I feel like some of them you're still great on. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
And you're not going to then try to act them for me. It's just gonna fill your awareness. Does that make sense? Hey, friends, any note that I give you, the job is not to play the note when we work, because you cannot play a note. All you can do is be present, and then I'll let you know if you're there or not. Make sense? Okay, lovely. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
It's like,
That's not for you. That's my note.
no, I know, but like, I genuinely just don't really like, when I read the, like, I didn't allow myself to kind of feeling with what this character was, like, everything that just kind of crap.
Okay.
For me, what I was I'm looking for really
Oh, yeah, I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand any inner monologue that says what you won't do. Because I won't kill somebody unless I'm pushed to it, and then I will. Oh, okay, great.
Like, I, like, that's.
It's your as if that's getting in the way. Yeah, because what you're allowing your as if to do is limit rather than allowing yourself to familiarize yourself with the textures of the relationship. Do you know how many siblings kill each other? I'm crazy and I watch like Friday Night Murders and stuff like that. Y'all, like, come on now, right? So I guess what I'm saying is don't let it limit your as if it starts to limit